13, 12, 4. Pretty nice entrance and first block. Dave's just a little early coming through. Yeah. So we're just starting to take the air out. That's okay. And then block 12, I would want Dave to be lined up here. It will make it much easier for him to meet the back pair and to cut off 90 degrees.
Just need to make sure that I have connection.
And then, yeah, so just lined up through the long axis, and then the front, so Manuel and Felipe. I think your technique here is real nice. It's good, but you just need to see it as a shorter rotation. Like you should be thinking about stopping at 360. So you get to here, remember, you get to that point, and then you get to that point, and you should be pretty much stopped by then. But it over rotates, and that makes it a real wide finish. When you add the problem that we had with the start of the bill, with the angle that Dave was at, it just makes it super wide at the end. Okay, now engineering's good. The short 4 is a great option, but we need to break this move down a little bit. So the key here would be for Manuel to stay in place, to rotate around his center point, rather than he's crowding Felipe a little bit. Felipe now to get off the grips, but he is being crowded. Felipe's being crowded by Manuel. And if anything, Manuel in place is perfect, or a little bit this way will be even better. But if you start to crowd Felipe, he's going to be moving away from you, which then makes it really difficult to build the back end of the 4, because his knee there, this knee, needs to move backward down this line on the build of the 4. Do you see that? So Marconi has to step back into there, and Felipe needs to follow him. So the momentum from the end of the 12, which comes from the reasons what we just spoke about, doesn't really help either. Okay, but short 4 is executed well, guys. I like it. I think it's a great option for the engineering here. Much better timing on that 13. Same thing on the 12. And then different choice of rotation here from Manuel to the 4. So I don't know which one you wanted to do. Did you have the short turn planned, the kind of the blind turn, or did you go have the long term planned, or did you just change your mind halfway through based on how poorly the first one went? Because Felipe is definitely able to get his move in now. You see now Felipe's hip comes down this line and builds with Marconi. So it's a better shape. I just don't know what your plan was beforehand. By the way, if you guys are going into a meet and you have a question on engineering, please find me a message. I'm super happy to answer. Cool. Really like the execution of the first 3/4 of the 12 in the front. This is also really nice. Dave's got nicely lined up now through the dive. He's more on the long axis, and it definitely helps Dave. Look at that. That's almost a 90-degree cheat that he can get on the piece now with Marconi. And then the front pair, again, I like the initiation, but we want it to be stopping there. Boom, that's 360, and then it will just cruise to a finish. It's probably the best 12 of the session. Looking at this, it does look like Manuel had planned the long move. Felipe, with your energy here, get total balance, get real neutral with your body position. Press your hips down, get tight, and think about working with Marconi rather than Manuel. I think you can see why. Yeah, lights are going.